Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here at 9:30 in the morning. My topic is on raising awareness to cultural sensitivity. I'm Mitu Gupta, and I lead SAPET in India, Cancer Awareness Prevention and Early Detection Trust. And we have been a community grassroots organization. We work with community. So what I bring to you, okay, sorry. Did you hear all of that? I can't repeat it. So I bring to you community insights and how we used them to frame messages and the action we've taken with those messages. Right. So contextualizing sounds like in India, it's a multi-layered concept, right? It's not just translation of messages. We have language differences, we have cultural differences. That is by state. We can't say contextualizing for India because every state is different. And within a state, every district has a different dialect, it has a different language, it has different social and cultural behaviors. But even within that district, like let's say Gurgaon, where we started our work 11 years ago, we have the locals and we have urban and we have rural populations, but then we also have immigrants. We have migrants there who come from a completely different state and speak a different language and have different social and cultural behavior. So within a district also we have so many differences. Right now, nuancing messaging to that level is very difficult. But if you're saying we have to give 90% coverage and 70% coverage, that means that we really have to reach every single person. Very difficult to do it piecemeal and really tailored to everybody, but given India's population, we don't have the luxury to do it like that. So we had to pick out certain commonalities. And we did that from our experience in screening, our field experience. You know, when we go out and talk about awareness for screening, what we do see is that the age group of 30 to 40-year-olds, they are the ones who ask the questions. They are the ones who want to know why. They are the ones who want logic, they want the science. And they are the ones who then amplify our message to the others in the community. They will translate, they will very quickly explain it to the elders, to the youngers. So we've decided that those 30 to 41s are the ones that we should really be targeting. They are amplifiers of our message. And we have taken that knowledge even when we were looking at creating vaccine doses. So that is the knowledge that we are using to create vaccine. We have reached out to over 82 million people. And in our awareness for screening and online, there are certain trends that we look at, right? So it's behavior as well as trends rather than just behavioral change communication. Another thing that we had seen in our early vaccine interventions is that when you're targeting 9 to 14-year-old girls, there is an age difference to how they accept the vaccine. In the catch-up phases, when you are targeting 9-year-olds, I'm sure there will be no problem. But when we're targeting 9 to 14, there are different behavioral changes. And we find the older girls, about 13 to 14, that is a whole different set of education. Their buy-in is very necessary. So even if we have like 120 signed consent forms, we usually vaccinate about 80 or 85 girls only. Because there are multiple things that will happen at school, and if one girl decides she's not in the space to be vaccinated, her whole girl gang will decide not to be vaccinated. So it's this whole influencer thing that works in real life too. So we have decided that our vaccine information should go to the 30 to 40-year-olds as well as to adolescents. It needs to target both these groups. And why 30 to 40? Of course, we have field experience, but also because they are the new parents or they will be parents. That is the age group that is the one that is making decisions for their children. But in India, caregiving is still a family responsibility. So these children, these 30 to 40-year-old age group, is going to be making health decisions for their family for the next at least 2 decades. For their children, for their parents, they need to get the information right. So that's what we have chosen to do. And when we decided that that was going to be our target group, we engaged with young filmmakers, the ones that the 30 to 40-year-old, and we told them, like we discussed at the keynote speaker, this is key population-led content making. We told them, you make what works for you, what you find relevant, what you will watch, what you will relate to it. And that is how we came upon the awareness that I want to share with you what we have created to begin the series. But another thing that we wanted to do, and we did a survey, and this is just representative, you can reach out to us, we have the others, because it's content consumption. And we realized that this age group, 30 to 40 year old, surprisingly, they are not influenced by influencers or by celebrities. They believe that the youngsters are more influenced by these influencers and these talks, and they believe that their parents are very influenced by celebrities. They think that their parents are older generation shares all this comes from some family WhatsApp groups. And they are going to get their parents saying, no, this isn't valid, don't listen to it, right? But that saves us another money. We don't have to engage influencers or celebrities, because this age, it says that they don't need it. But they also seem to be the ones that are cutting the share message. So what we wanted to create was something that was easy to share. Parents had shared it in the family group, but say, look, let's do this for the girls. Right? So it had to be something that addressed the parents, but was relatable for children as well. And another thing that we heard was that they trust the professionals. They do want doctors. They want the logic. They want the science, but they don't want jargon. As an urban respondent said, they felt the jargon sounded elitist. Was as if they were talking down to us. So they wanted it in their own language. So what we are basically doing is translating understanding rather than really translating language. We need to get it to that at their level. And that's what we did. So what we did then was a couple of us got together, Pete and I, Kathy from Florida and Happy, we got together, we got the science, we gave it to these young filmmakers, and we said create content that you would relate with. We tried to get up there, we did not succeed very well, but we gave them the science, we checked out. Actually, we did create one day part of unity. I did. So this study, we have a couple of more angles that we have to use, but they are part of the study of content consumption for the age group of 30 to 40. If they reach out to us, it's a little chaos, so it should be the environment, right, as well. However, I want you to see what was created and what we have shared. That now has over 11 million views across different platforms. It has been endorsed by AOJ. It has also been offered to certain states for their vaccine rollout program. It has also, in the last month, won the International Animation Award for the best use of animation in public health messaging. So, at that time, our work is actually everybody together. But surprisingly, this was going to be a test. It was going to be a pilot for us looking at vaccine information reports. And this seemed to start work. So I'm putting it out here for all of you. Please take a look and come back to us with feedback, right? We are happy to hear, and we will then revise and learn for the rest of the series. So here, have I made that?
Humanity has many ways to reward for the full accounts use. Take me and this one more but extends. In India, the math is simple but friendly. Every 8 minutes, we use one word to set up the castles, making it the second most common names affecting our living occurrence. Right? When like this all could be domestic. Sounds like a fact, right? Caused by a virus or human papillomavirus, so like the one suddenly be stopped with a simple vaccine. Organs do tickets. Millions worldwide have received this vaccine and living healthy full lives. Humanities were armed with the weapon to eliminate the cancer. They can stop this one before it begins. How? By vaccinating girls between ages 9 and 14. Because this is when the vaccine systems are most important. Until ends, protecting your daughter's future is intolerance. Don't wait to that's an announcement.
Great. Not over yet. That's why I'm not potential again.
First campaign, over 2000. I was at the workplace before that. It was my car. I couldn't know. I could definitely stone that something was wrong. And I could communicate for me at body states cancer. So actually it was me. And my daughter was so young. I had no choice but to fight. At the surgery, I think the worst was the end. I was wrong. The next year, I got clinical. I relapsed. That sugars. But right as all did not beat me. 6 days on it. He just said, as time passed, my mind started to beat again. My skin burned from the issue. The pain hurt, and it's not. After the surgery, I found myself admitting to my doctor, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But then, there were my daughter. The few $100 I got for them. They had more games, going for walks. Sometimes just in headlines, they were my reason to keep up me. And when I learned that each key that's the backs of the answer, there was the one cut out memory. Why don't it was not going through what I heard? We go like every girl in our family backseat. It's been 22 years here. I still got to see my daughters all grown up, healthy, happy. I spawned bed into another world. Please, get your daughters vaccinated. Don't wait to vaccinate.
These were two of them. Of course, now we are starting at the adolescent range as well that we are doing with years 18 and adolescent definite contact again. These videos, since they were going to be piloted to be in Russia, India, then once we started it up, the feedback was that they need to be textualized languages. So now people were edited and translated into 6 Indian languages. And they are available for use on our website, or you would reach out to us with any of the partners here. I have need partners. Okay, the partners that figure that's BHR here and Direct, you can reach out to any of us would like to use that. And we have also offered them to Gavi and the others. So they're available. If you have any feedback, please let us know. And if you like partner to take the series forward, we are happy to bunt with any friend. Thank you.